The H1B Guy here, and today, the H1B Guy news for the week ending March 27th, 2022. Today I'll cover Meta's H1B class action lawsuit, Envoy's 2022 immigration trends, and college enrollment drops. But before we get started, I'd like to ask you, if you haven't already, to please subscribe to the H1B Guy channel here on YouTube and like this video so that I can continue to produce more content like this for you. I also wanted to mention that H1B Guy offers a variety of consulting services. I help businesses and individuals solve complex work authorization issues in the recruitment process while bringing awareness to employment-based immigration benefits. If I can help you, please reach out. I'd love to hear how. And you can book an appointment directly with me via the h1bguy.com. Today's news is brought to you by Syndesis and Path to Canada, the ideal plan B for high-skilled immigrants currently located in the U.S. whose status may be uncertain, by PERM-Ads.com, the industry leader in providing a seamless experience for employers and immigration attorneys navigating the complex PERM recruitment ad phase of the labor certification process, and by Mob Squad. If you're a technology professional facing U.S. work visa-related challenges and your OPT visa may be about to expire and you weren't selected in the recent H1B lottery, our partner Mob Squad has the solution. Join the squad. Now, the news. Well, I wanted to thank everyone who took time to join me on Wednesday for the H1B Guy Live, May 25th, 2022, where I discussed the July Visa Bulletin preview, as well as work visa lottery versus merit and skill that was on the ballot in Georgia this past Tuesday. Here now are the news stories that interested me most this week. On May 24th, 2022, written by Corrado Rizzi for ClassAction.org in an article titled Class Action Alleges Meta Platforms Prefers to Hire H1B Visa Holders Over American Citizens. Quote, a proposed class action alleges Meta Platforms, formerly Facebook, has discriminated against U.S. citizens, green card holders, and others by preferring to hire visa-dependent workers who the company can pay less. The 12-page lawsuit, filed in California by a naturalized U.S. citizen who alleges Facebook's apparent preference to hire H-1B visa workers, violates federal civil rights law and was implemented as a way to cut labor costs. The second method which Facebook hires visa workers is through third-party vendors, the complaint relays. The plaintiff contends that Facebook's preference for hiring and employing visa workers is, quote, no secret, and has been a target of investigation for years by the U.S. Department of Justice. The lawsuit states that over the past 9 years, Facebook has secured more than 20,000 H-1B visas for software engineers, research data scientists, and engineering managers, and that more than 15% of its stateside workforce is on an H-1B visa. The lawsuit looks to cover all individuals who are not visa holders and who applied with Facebook in the U.S. for positions of software engineer, research scientist, data engineer, engineering manager, product lifecycle management, PLM, architect, and/or PLM analyst, and were not hired. I'm very interested to see how this Rajaram v. Meta Platforms Inc. lawsuit is going to be interpreted and what the end result is going to be. A lawsuit like this could possibly set a precedent for how big tech's talent acquisition strategies operate going forward. What I found most interesting, though, is the fact that Facebook has averaged over 2,000 H-1Bs over the last 9 years annually, as well as over 15% of their workforce in the U.S. is on H-1B. This list doesn't include the vast amount of individuals that were here on an H-1B that Facebook relocated to their Canadian offices in the past 9 years either. I will closely monitor this class action lawsuit and will provide updates accordingly. On May 24, 2022, in a post written by Stella Waddington for Envoy Global titled Envoy Global's Immigration Trends Report Reveals High Demand for Foreign Talent Amid the Great Resignation. Quote, Envoy Global, the technology leader that combines access to top legal talent with industry leading technology to bring efficiency and transparency to the global immigration process, today announced the findings from its 6th annual Immigration Trends Report. The report surveyed over 300 human resource professionals across the U.S. to establish the broader need for foreign talent, the regulatory obstacles that stand in the way, and how employers are handling the constricting access to foreign talent, along with other pressing challenges. Some of the top findings and trends from the report include: amid the U.S. labor shortage, demand for foreign talent continues to increase, but access remains low. 73% of respondents listed U.S.-based universities as a primary, 37%, or secondary, 36%, recruiting source for foreign talent. Despite the clear need for foreign talent, the supply coming to the U.S. continues to trend downwards as issuance of student F1 visas gradually decreases. There's greater approval of the current administration's handling of employment-based immigration, but dissatisfaction with the current process. U.S. employers are largely in support of the Biden administration handling of employment-based immigration, 70% of respondents stating approval and 23% stating disapproval. While the general administrative approval is high, employers remain dissatisfied with federal agencies in charge of employment-based immigration. 95% of respondents indicated that quicker processing from USCIS is important. Year over year, respondents indicate a strong preference for the H1B electronic registration system compared to the prior method of submission. 77% of respondents said they prefer the new electronic system. Moreover, 40% said the electronic registration made the H1B CAP process simpler, and 25% said it saved the company money. Employers are looking outward to mitigate foreign talent recruitment and retention. Frustration with inefficiency and unreliability of the U.S. immigration system has been increasing, and employers are looking outward to bypass regulatory barriers by relocating foreign talent to more immigration-friendly destinations abroad, such as Canada, Mexico, and the UK. 71% of HR professionals surveyed said they pursued at least one, if not multiple, strategies to retain employees who have been unable to secure work authorizations by moving them to other countries. 61% of respondents said they view Canada's immigration policy to be more favorable than the U.S., citing shorter processing times and ease of application process most frequently. So I covered Envoy's 2021 immigration trends last year during the H1B Guy News for the week ending April 23rd, 2021. I wanted to thank Stella for reaching out to me again and letting me know that this year's version was available. I can't say that I'm surprised by most of the results, other than 70% of employers say they support the Biden administration's immigration policies. I think this is a good time to remind everyone that these were HR professionals that were polled, and that their perception versus reality in the world of immigration is most likely skewed due to lack of awareness. Organizations are being forced to consider multiple strategies as our lack of reform, bad policies, and overall ignorance continues to place the U.S. in a position of deficiency. With 61% saying they now favor Canada due to more favorable conditions. Hopefully they're working with a proven partner like Syndesis or Mob Squad. If you want to check out that full report, you can do so at trends.envoyglobal.com. On May 26, 2022, in an article written by Stephanie Saul for the New York Times titled "College Enrollment Drops Even as the Pandemic's Effects Ebb," quote, "The ongoing enrollment crisis at U.S. colleges and universities deepened in the spring of 2022, raising concerns that a fundamental shift is taking place in attitudes towards the value of a college degree, even as the coronavirus pandemic has disrupted operations for higher education." The latest college enrollment figures released on Thursday by the National Student Clearinghouse Research Center indicated that 662,000 fewer students enrolled in undergraduate programs in the spring of 2022 than a year earlier, a decline of 4.7%. Graduate and professional student enrollment, which had been a bright spot during the pandemic, also declined by 1% from last year. Overall, total undergraduate enrollment has dropped by nearly 1.4 million, or 9.4% during the pandemic. When the pandemic emerged in the spring of 2020, many colleges moved to online instruction and some students did not report to campus at all. Changes that considerably altered the traditional college experience. Overall, enrollment at public colleges and universities declined by more than 604,000 students in the spring of 2022, or 5%. Within the public sector, community college dropped the most, losing 351,000 students, or 7.8%. All told, community colleges around the country have lost 827,000 students since the pandemic began in the spring of 2020, according to the figures released by the Research Center. It collects and analyzes data from more than 3,600 post-secondary institutions for industry use. So you may be asking, why am I covering college enrollment rates and the significance of them dropping year over year? Remember this from Envoy's immigration trends for 2022. Quote, amid the U.S. labor shortage, demand for foreign talent continues to increase, but access remains low. 73% of respondents listed U.S.-based universities as a primary or secondary recruiting source for foreign talent. And despite the clear need for foreign talent, the supply coming to the U.S. continues to trend downwards as the issuance of student F1 visas gradually decreases. So the correlation here is that enrollment has also dropped significantly for international students as well, yet 37% of employers are using U.S. universities as a primary source of talent acquisition, and 36% are using U.S. universities as a secondary source of talent acquisition, specifically for foreign talent. Add all of this data to the current number of 18 to 24-year-olds who are neither employed or unemployed, and we're only going to see the talent gap widen, and the demand for that talent will continue to rise. At what point will the legislators and bureaucrats wake up and realize we are in crisis and do something, anything about it? For the full post on the H1B Guy news for the week ending May 27th, 2022, please check out the H1BGuy.com. And a reminder that today's news was brought to you by Syndesus and Path to Canada, the ideal plan B for high-skilled immigrants currently located in the U.S. whose status may be uncertain. If you're facing an H1B denial or OPT expiration, don't get caught off guard. Make sure you have a plan B, and Syndesus and Path to Canada are your answers. They will gladly help you navigate the process. If you want to find out if you qualify, please be sure to use the link in the video description below, and someone from Syndesus or Path to Canada will be in touch. And also by PERM-Ads.com, the industry leader in providing a seamless experience for employers and immigration attorneys navigating the complex PERM recruitment ad phase of the labor certification process. If you're looking to reduce your costs and overhead associated with PERM labor certification recruitment advertising, let PERM-Ads.com help you. And also by Mob Squad. If you're a technology professional facing U.S. work visa-related challenges, maybe your OPT visa is about to expire and you weren't selected in the recent H1B lottery, our partner Mob Squad has a solution. Join the squad. And this week I wanted to highlight a senior data engineer, which is Mob Squad's job of the week. In order to qualify, you must have large enterprise cloud experience, specifically with GCP, Google Cloud Platform, and the ability to write extensive Python scripts from scratch. Use the link in the video description below if you feel like you are a good fit, and feel free to apply. Just wanted to ask you again to please like this video, subscribe to the H1B Guy channel here on YouTube, and click the bell for notifications so that you're notified anytime we post new content here to this channel. If you've made it this far, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to watch my video. I really appreciate your support. The H1B Guy, your global source for all things H1B.